going on? This is Multistyles back with another YouTube video. How have y'all been? Me? I've been feeling like telling y'all about my past. Actually, to be more accurate, my ass, which used to get beat by my mama and my grandmama when I used to act up. See, my mama didn't have my father in the house, so she was mother and father. And sometimes my mama's mouth did not work for me, so it took other things to get me to listen. See, when you have a man in the house, a lot of times the bigness and aggressiveness of a man and the bassness in the voice would calm our little ass down, but mama's voice didn't work, so she had to use her hands on me. And she beat my ass, deservingly so most of the time, because I just didn't listen. She used to tell me do things, I'm like, no, sit in the corner, no. Now she got to beat my ass. And if you ask me, I think I turned out pretty good getting my ass beat. I don't feel like I was abused. I don't have like horrible nightmares of my mama beating me. Mama, no. I did say mama no like that too. Mama, no, I'm sorry. But hey, sometimes it had to happen because my ass wasn't listening. And like I said, I don't feel like I was abused. I love my mama to death to this day. And we laugh about it sometimes. She feels bad about it more than I do. And I'm like, I deserve that shit, really. But she was a young mama, and she feels like right now, or as an older mother, she would have been able to handle my antics. But I disagree because I just wasn't gonna listen to her. You had to hit me for me to behave, you know what I'm saying? Now, with all that said, one thing she wasn't doing, she wasn't beating my ass at 4 years old with switches leaving marks and making me bleed. She wasn't doing that. She was leaving welts on me. That happened. But I was older. I wasn't 4 years old. So the Adrian Peterson thing, I don't agree with that, man. The 4-year-old thing, that's too young to get your ass beat that brutally, especially for a man as strong and as big as he is. It's not like he's a regular dude. He's a monster, and he got some whip action and some torque behind that beatings, you know what I'm saying? So I don't agree with that. And me personally, I believe when you have mother and father in the house, it's easier to not beat the ass of the child because you got two people screaming at you, and that could be quite intimidating to a little kid as opposed to one person being a mother, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, I just think that it's harder for a mother to discipline a boy, you know what I'm saying? Because once the boy gets to a certain age, he loses somewhat of that fear of the mother, and the mother gotta do more extreme things to be able to calm that young man down, if you know what I'm saying. And that's where the father would come in and be like, yo, I don't care if you 20, I'ma still beat that ass. And that's when you calm down with words. But mama gotta keep showing you and showing you, you feel me? And I know a lot of people are probably gonna disagree with this calm, but I don't know, I just don't believe you can discipline all kids with timeout. I wasn't one of those kids that timeout would work for because my patience was, you see how hyper I am now. So imagine when I'm like 8, 9 years old with that energy, how hyper I was back then, and you try to sit me in a timeout. Wasn't gonna work, I wasn't gonna sit there. You would've had to beat me until I'm scared, then I might sit there, you feel me? And right now, I'm kinda torn between the whole beating and non-beating thing as far as like discipline, because I do understand that at some point it can become abuse when there's too much anger in the beating. You know, they say you're supposed to spank your child without any emotion, which is impossible to do, because once you start beating them and they're like, how can you not have no emotion in that? You know what I mean? I do understand that it's probably better to not beat your kids, but some kids just don't listen. And I've seen the parents that try the timeout thing and they're miserable and their child runs all over them. So at that point, what do? You know? I don't know. My mama beat my ass, and I am not a psychopath, and I show love towards everyone, and I love my mama, and I don't feel like I was abused. I said no instead of don't. Whatever. What do y'all feel about ass beatings? Leave it in the comments section. Peace out and much love. Follow me on Twitter.